Hey, what's up, guys? I was just sitting here this morning watching some TV. You'll find out what it is in a minute. And I thought, hey, why don't I do another review? And I thought, what could I review, for this series to keep going? So I was just adding all my videos into a playlist, and I thought, why don't I do what I'm watching right now? And what am I watching? If you can't see it, it's Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 3. So yes, I have reviewed the first two. I have reviewed the first two seasons. Now this review is not going to be like the first two. I'm going to just quickly go through a rundown and right now and what I thought about the episode and what it is about. But it may be like the other video. We'll find out. So yes, Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the complete season 3 was a really good season. It was really refreshing, and I felt like it did a way better job than season 2. I loved this season a lot, and it's just way more epic. So yes, we're going to go into the manual here, and we're going to start off with Clone Cadets. And what Clone Cadets is about 5 headstrong clone cadets struggle to complete the training. Now, what this episode was mainly about was about the Domino Squad, where we know few people cut up Droidbait, Heavy, Fives, and Echo. We know them from the episode Rookies, and that was a really cool reminder to be like, hey, look, it's those guys. And so, yeah, I really loved this episode. It was a really good way to start the season off. And I felt like they couldn't have done it in any other way. And that training scene, the outfits and everything, I think those are just awesome. That's just awesome. So, second episode in the season, ARC Troopers. Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and clone troopers defend Kamino against a Separatist attack. And this episode was a really good episode and had a lot of good action. And it kept going, and it kept going up and up and up and up, and it just never stopped. And then at the end, you find out that Heavy and Fives, no, Echo and Fives are going to be ARC Troopers. And then that poor 99 gets killed. And that is kind of sad that 99 gets killed. 99 is a cool character. He may not have been a big character like Ahsoka or any of them, but he was still a cool guy. And you really felt for him when he died. So yes, really good. Really loved it. Episode 3, Supply Lines. Now this episode did a good job of kind of showing that not every battle is won, something may be happening. It's like a magic trick in this episode. Something's happening here, but then something is happening on the other side. And that is really the thing. And what the premise of Supply Lines is Bail Organa and Jar Jar Binks must convince King Katungo to send to aid to Ryla. And that's the real thing was, it's like, that kind of happened. The magic trick was happening. And I did like how it showed that, like, the clones and Master Dai did not make it out of the situation, but it was kind of in the name, Master Dai, So, really good episode. Really liked it. Liked it a lot better than this other episode. So yes, Sphere of Influence. Ahsoka Tano teams up with Ryo Chuchi to save Chairman Papanoida's kidnapped family. Oh lordy. I did like this episode, but then I also didn't, because I did like the fact that it was kind of a girl power episode, where it focuses on 2 female characters. It was good like that. But it just felt like it was not really up to par, in my opinion. But I did really like it. I did like all the action. I did like seeing Greedo again. And so, yeah, that was really cool. So, I'll give it a 1 out of 2. Okay? Thumbs up. So, yes, number 5, episode Corruption. Now, this episode is about Padme Amidala and covers a sinister plot during a diplomatic mission to Mandalore. Sphere of Influence I liked better in this episode, mainly because it just, oh my god, I do not like all this boring talk. It did not really get into boring talk like how it did in episode 1 in that Senate chamber, but I just don't really like how it was going like this, and it's just like, okay, I don't know. Can you bring a Jedi in, please? Can we bring a Jedi in? So yes, all right. So episode. Okay, so I still liked it, so I'll give it a 1. Uh, 3/4. So yes, the Academy. So the Academy is about Ahsoka Tano working alongside Mandalorian cadets to reveal a conspiracy, and I really did like this episode. This was a really cool and a different kind of fun episode. Although I wish the kids would have been a little bit, a little bit better in my opinion. But I did like the overall story and how everything went through, and it was really good. I really loved it. Alright, so we're gonna go with number 7, I believe it is. Yes, 7. This episode called The Assassin, and then this is where Ahsoka Tano must protect Padme Amidala from deadly Aurra Sing. I really did like this episode. This episode did a fantastic job. It was really cool. And that was like the main headline for this season was Aurra Sing and Ahsoka Tano. And I thought for certain Ahsoka was going to die here. But that was not the case. And it was a really good episode. I really did like it. It was really fun. And it just had a lot of action to it. And I liked that. So yes, episode 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, episode 8. C-3PO is abducted by a bounty hunter, Cad Bane. Oh, now we kind of stepped off the tracks here for a second. This episode kind of just derailed the show for a little bit. I just did not really care for this episode. Like I said, I'll still watch it in the entire season, but I'm not going to be like, ooh, do you remember Evil Plan? This was an awesome episode. It was okay. It was not great. So, yes, okay episode. Hunt for Zero, episode 9. Now this episode really then kicked it up. It got better. We got to finally see the real appearance of Quinlan Voss, not just a little cameo in episode 1. But yeah, it was a really good episode, and it had a lot, and Obi-Wan and Quinlan Voss really worked together. It was good chemistry. And they pursued Cad Bane, and they're all after Zero the Hutt. And it was just a really cool episode to be like, oh, she backstabbed him? Uh-oh, now what's going to happen to these 3? So yes, alright. So now we're going to go to episode 10, Heroes on Both Sides. Now, episode 10 is mainly about Padme Amidala and Ahsoka attempt to forge a peace agreement with the Separatists. I really didn't care for this episode. It was not my favorite. Neither is the next one. It's just, it deals with the Senate crap. I did like how, all separatists are not bad, that idea. But, it was okay. And then Pursuit of Peace, oh my god. Oh, lordy. There's more Senate stuff. I'm going to skip to the next one, but I'll tell you what it's about first. Padme Amidala, Bail Organa, and Otakon Afar are targets on an intimidation attack. And it's just not my opinion. It's an okay episode. I'll watch it, but Evil Plans I do like better. So, yes. Night Sisters, episode 12. We finally got back on track. I say for the rest of the season, we got back on track. Now, this is mainly about Ventress survives an assassination attempt and vows to take revenge on her former master. Or we watch this episode again. Really good. Really has a lot of good stuff to it. And it's just really awesome. And I really love this episode. No more way to describe it. Alright, so we'll go to episode The Monster. Episode 13, The Monster. Now this is about Count Dooku trains a new apprentice, the formidable Savage Opress, and I really did like how Ventress chose Savage Opress, how they went through all the notes and everything. It was really interesting. So yes, really good episode. Witches of the Mist. Oh my god, this was a combination of both, like Night Sisters and Monster. What if Obi-Wan and Anakin came together? And they came together. Oh my god, this was an awesome episode. Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi confront Dooku's new apprentice, and then Dooku and Ventress fight each other. It's really good. I really love this episode. Now, Overlords is one of those episodes where it is very different from all the other ones. And Alter Mortis and Ghost of Mortis are the same thing. And Overlords is the one that really starts it off with this craziness, and it really does work. Now, Altar Mortis was a good episode, and it's mainly about how Ahsoka is taken captive by an attempt to entice Anakin Skywalker to join the dark side. It is really good. I really love this episode. I thought Ahsoka was seriously going to die. Because I thought Anakin was going to have to kill her, and then he'd have to deal with that turmoil. But yes, Overlords, Altar Mortis, really good episode. Now, Ghosts of Mortis, on the other hand, was an even greater episode. Now, this showed that Anakin got to see his future, and that is not good. Never a good thing. So, yeah, we know where things go wrong there. So, yes, I'm going to cut the video off here, and then I'm going to talk about in depth the last 5 episodes. So, yes, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.